Hello world, I am Siddiq Rahman, a fourth year student. I am studying computer science. Today I will try to complete a machine learning project using ChatGPT. Let's assume that I don't have any knowledge in machine learning. So we will start from the scratch moment. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I want to send greetings to ChatGPT. Let's see what is happening. That's interesting. ChatGPT says, "Hello, how can I help you today?" This is like I'm talking with a person. Okay, so let's send another request. I want to make okay, that's enough. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, ChatGPT is explaining how I can build a machine learning model, and the very first step it says define the problem. That's exactly the same thing, and then collect and prepare the data and choose a model, and then train the model. That's interesting. Evaluate the model, and then in next deploy the model. After that it says okay, it says it's important to keep in mind that building a machine learning model is an iterative process, so you may need to go back and repeat some of the steps multiple times to improve the performance of your model. This is amazing because these are the same thing that I learned in my machine learning course. That's fantastic. Okay, let's we will complete a machine learning project from this moment. Okay, okay, so the very first step is define the problem. So I already defined the problem, and the problem is I want to classify the iris followers from the iris follower dataset, which is open source. So okay, let's make a comment. Okay, let's see what it says. ChatGPT is taking more time than usual for their capacity hit because whenever sometimes before recording this video, whenever I am logging in, I was getting some errors, and ChatGPT says ChatGPT is at capacity. So okay, let's see and wait. Okay, I'm sorry, here I made a typo. I wrote down that support vector classifies, but in replace of s it would be r, support vector classifier. Okay, ChatGPT ChatGPT has written some text. It reads support vector classification is a type of supervised machine learning algorithm that can be used to classify data into multiple classes. That's fine. Here are the steps you can follow to build a SPC model to classify iris flower. That's amazing. The very first step is define the problem. You want to classify iris flowers into one of three species, which is Cytosa versicolor or virginica, based on their sepal and petal measurements. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, and collect and prepare the data. So okay, we can collect data. This is open source. You can download from Kaggle or other websites, and even scikit-learn has pre-built dataset which is iris dataset. So we'll reload this dataset, so we don't need to download this dataset from Kaggle or other websites. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the next. It is like generating some literature how I can build, and it ChatGPT mentioned a function which is train test split. That's amazing, because first of all we need to split this dataset to train test and for the training dataset and for the testing dataset. We will use the training dataset to test the algorithm, and we will test whether this algorithm is working or not by using the test dataset. This is amazing. ChatGPT is learning. ChatGPT is teaching me, and I'm learning like a human is teaching me. That's amazing. Oh, and it says that it's important to note that SPC is a binary classifier. Yes, that's right. I know. Okay. 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 ChatGPT stopped writing something more. Okay, so the very first step is collect the dataset. So I don't need to collect this dataset because this is open source. So the question is how I can use this dataset to my machine learning model. So let's ask to ChatGPT. Okay, how can, I'm just writing something. Okay, how can I use iris datasets? Although I know how to use iris datasets, because we need to, first of all we need to import the dataset, and from the dataset we need to import iris dataset. So but just take an attempt to examine what ChatGPT says. And it says the iris dataset is a commonly used dataset for classification problem and is available in many machine learning libraries such as scikit-learn. That's amazing, I know. Okay, and oh, that's kind of cool. It wrote down the exact code which is from scikit-learn import datasets, and iris is equal to dataset.load iris. Okay, so it already has written some codes for me. We will use this code in later in Jupyter Notebook. I'm using Jupyter Notebook here. You can use other platform to build this model. Okay. Okay. Already ChatGPT wrote down many things. Okay. Let's read the literature. Okay, ChatGPT says the iris dataset is now stored in the iris variable. Yes, I know this is a variable where we store the iris dataset, because we load the iris dataset from the scikit-learn. Okay, and it is a dictionary-like object that has the feature matrix in the data key. This is like the definition of the dataset. So okay, then the very first step that we need to take, which is splitting this dataset into two, which is number one, training set and testing set, that I mentioned before. So okay, ChatGPT already provided me this code how I can split. So this is the important code to start this machine learning project. So xtrain, xtest, which is a training set and test set, and ytrain and ytest, which is which is a target for the target variable. There is a training set and test set, and then there is a function which is train test split, and okay, we will copy this code and we will paste into our Jupyter Notebook, no problem. And then the random state is equal to 42. We need to define the test size, because for example your dataset has 1000 tuple, or you can say 1000 rows or 1000 features. So test size is equal to 0.2 means we will use 20% data to test the algorithm and 80% data to train the algorithm. So this is amazing, because ChatGPT completed everything for me, and it says in literature that the train test split function from scikit-learn is used to split the dataset into training and testing sets, where 80% of the data. Okay, it is the same thing that I discussed before with you. So okay, let's proceed to the next. Once you have your data ready, you can use it to train your SPC model. After that, you can use the test set to evaluate the performance of your model by taking the accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. Okay. for your information, accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score is the way to measure your performance, your model performance, how your model is working or what you are expecting. And if you don't get your expected result, you can make tuning. The most popular tuning is hyperparameter tuning. So we won't do that, but just for informing you about this concepts. Okay, so let's copy this code and paste it, and let's paste to my Jupyter notebook. I already opened this notebook for saving my time, and to run this, just click here. And okay, already I got loaded data sets. Okay, and in next, okay, now I need to copy this segment. Okay, I paste here, and okay, nothing is showing because I didn't request it to show me something, but we will do in later. Okay, so for example, I don't know how to do how to proceed in the next. So let's ask continue and observe what ChatGPT says. Okay, once you have your data split into training and test set, you can use the training data to train your SBC model. Exactly. Okay, so let's see the code. Okay, the manner ChatGPT is following is first of all, they provided us some code, and then they are explaining this code. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. And okay, in the next step, they are writing some code. This code will measure the accuracy, precision, recall, which is the performance parameter. Oh, okay, they wrote down everything for me. That's interesting. Okay, all right. Okay, and ChatGPT is giving you a suggestion, and ChatGPT says once you are satisfied with the performance of your model, you can use it. You can use it to classify new followers by providing the feature values and using the predict method. And it says keep in mind that this is just a sample code, and you may need to adjust the parameters, pre-process the data, experiment with different kernel types to get the best performance for your particular. Yes, this is actually the same thing. You can pre-process every data set. For example, your data set has redundant values, your data set has missing values, your for example your image has some unnecessary things. So literally you don't need to use this unnecessary thing. So we will first remove this dataset to make our dataset more refined, more clear, and more usable. Okay, so let's copy some code from here. Okay, let's see in my Jupyter notebook. I already loaded my dataset, Iris dataset, and I already splitted this dataset, and then I will use the splitted dataset to build a model. So okay, let's see. Let's copy this code from here and then paste here and then run. Okay, so okay, in line number 3, it's we see that SBC C is equal to 1, kernel is equal to linear. Okay. For example, you don't need to understand what this thing refers. Okay. I just copied this code, and then I will copy the rest of the part to predict, then paste here and then run this code. Okay, we already has predicted, and then copy this code and paste it here, because okay, and then run this code. Amazing, because already we have built the machine learning model, because whenever I am writing this code and I am getting this accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, that means that we already tested from the test data set. So we got 100% accuracy, 100% precision, 100% recall. F1 score is 1.0, that means 100%. So that's amazing. We already want the end to our machine learning model to classify from the RE's flowers dataset. So that's amazing. Okay, let's see in the next what ChatGPT says. Okay, so that okay, this is the suggestion that ChatGPT wrote down to give us instruction for the next. So okay, that's the cool thing. I'm astonished to say I can build a machine learning model using ChatGPT with no prior experience, no knowledge in machine learning. So I cannot express my feelings about ChatGPT. So thank you, ChatGPT. So, and now there is a question. This question, this is I can't say how to express this. This question is literally everyone is asking to different communities that I'm connected. So everyone is asking, is ChatGPT replacing human ML developer? This is the question. Actually, no. Actually, machine cannot have the ability to replace human, but machine assist human to make their life better. So I think ChatGPT will help us to accelerate our career, to accelerate our productivity, because there are some things that machine could not be able to do that in. So I could not believe that machine will replace ML engineer. So it is the courtesy to thank ChatGPT, because already ChatGPT built a machine learning model for me. So thank you. Okay, and let's see. Okay, it is taking some time. Just wait. Okay. Okay, ChatGPT says, you are welcome. I am glad I could help. If you have any other questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask. This is like what the customer support says in the manner. Okay, so building machine learning model requires experimentation, so don't hesitate to try different techniques and approaches to see what works best for your specific problem. Good luck with your project. That's amazing. And that was for today's session. So thank you so much everybody, and thank you.